Hello, this is Jihang from Programming 2. Today I'm going to talk about my project 4, which is a single linked list. What is a single linked list? It's a data structure to represent a collection of some data. Yeah. So, okay, I'm just gonna show my code. We'll see some new files like node.cpp and node.h. That one's the new topic. And let me see. I'm gonna talk. Okay, let's go to my code. So the first one, I'm going to my node.h. Okay. In my node.h is like a child class of the employee class, so we use if define or define node .h and include the employee.h because there's a the node is a child class of employee, so you have to include employee.h and it's right here. And the struct node, struct means there's no public and the private, so struct means there's only one is public, so all the member function under the public. All right, so I use the first one, the employee pointer emp. That means the main function can directly x this emp pointer and the next pointer, so names emp is the pointer name, and the node pointer next point to the next one, because the single linked list is there's a several data, and at the beginning there's I can't draw, and there's the first one and the second one and the fourth one until maybe 100 and the first one there's the node, and at the end they're gonna show the what's it called? Let me see. Oh, it's a temp. We call temp is like the temporary. You can delete or you can get a new. Is going to the heap area, right? So no, there's a default constructor and the constructor and the destructor. We already talked about 3 weeks. Destructor to delete the object, right? All right, I'm going to node.cpp. No, actually the employee.cpp. Employee.h. Alright, so the employee.h is same thing. In the class, there's under some private function there, because this is a base class. Base class is the employee.h. There's a class name employee and the private, because there's some secret data have to be in the private, like the code and the SSN and the first name, last name, department, and the salary. Imagine if you're a customer, you don't want somebody know your informations, right? And the statistic integer size of employee. So yeah, it has to be in the public, in the pers. In the public, we have a constructor and the default constructor, and the constructor cannot modify the parameter variable, because this variable is like a constructor string pointer, right? Yeah, and the destructor to delete the constructor. In string get code, and the constructor function cannot change private function, and this const mean, this mean because this from the last week, the polymorphism, because we like a virtual function, so we can cannot change the private functions. And just several things. Get a code, SSN, and first last name, department number, role, salary, and display that's print out function. And there's the last one, how many employee we created, this the employee size, right? Now I'm going to the node.cpp. Let me see. Yeah, node.cpp, to include the IO stream and the IO MNIP, because I have what function I have. Okay, I'll talk about later. Okay. And I have to include the base class, employee.h and node.h. And the first one, default constructor, the node and colon node, set a default. Okay, see this line, and the employee pointer equal to none pointer. We set up by none pointer, or you can say it's equal to 0. And the next one is the next pointer and equal to 0 too. Okay, and the next line going into the constructor. And the const means cannot change the private variable, string pointer, and the input, and node pointer next. Next means it's in the local variable. No, this thing. The node pointer next is going to the local variable. It's not the member variable. It's not under the class. So be careful this one. And this function is gonna print out the node, right? It's going to the left. As each set w set y is a 30. It's gonna show from the left to the right side. The space is gonna be 30. And print this, and it's called the second line, the employee pointer equal to new employee input. It's gonna create a new object which is in the heap area, right? In the heap area, because we have a lot of data. So the next line is a node pointer. This is a node pointer, right? We already set up the this, and going to the next and equal to the next one. Next one, see the local variable and the node pointer next. Imagine we have a lot of data, and on the list maybe 100 people on the list. So going to the next one and the delete delete the temp, and going to the next one, and next one is gonna be the front one. And okay, this one is a node point, is a node class, and that one's a destructor. It's clean up the employee pointers, right? Because we have to delete the heap area. If not, it's gonna be the what's it called, the leak, memory leak. And that's one. If employee pointer equal to none pointer, so delete the employee. That means if imagine we have a 1 and 2 3 4 5 data, right? 1 2 3 4 5, and so going to the first one, and delete the first one, the temp, and going to the second one. The second one is gonna be the first one, right? And then delete the second one and going to the third one. The third one gonna be the first one. This is the single linked list, right? Okay, next one, I'm going to employee.cpp. Employee.cpp. Wait. I think I'm gonna talk about the min CPP first, right? Okay, so include the IO stream and include the FST stream, because we have to fill the reading and the writing. We have a text employee.text file, so we need this function. And I also MP and the stream, right, and include the two class file, right. So the first one, we have to open employee.txt file. That means ifstream in is open and reading the txt file. We use fin, and second line fin the open employee.txt, and this ios colon in. So we are open this file for reading, not for writing. Only for reading we use in. And if fin the file, there's a constructor display a message, right. That means display a message, and exit 1, this integer 1, right. The second one, read one line at a time and create a node of employee in a way that employees form a single linked list. We have to declare a stream input, the input function, right. Read line time create a node. Because this function we have to create a node of employee. So no pointer front equal to none pointer. We have to create a new front at the beginning. At the beginning, like the first one at the beginning. And in the class, Dr. Park said the while loop is the best in this project because we don't know the size, how large it is. Maybe like a million size. We don't know the second function, like smaller than how many. So while loop is the best option. Getting line and the file in and the input is getting an employee. The fin is input is getting an employee information, and calls the parameter constructor of emp is the employee pointer. Let me see. It's calling the input is calling the parameter constructor of employee. Employee the pointer is going to none. Which line? Let me see. It's calling to this line, the node.cpp. And if fin fail the file, display a message. I'm sorry, this line. In the new node, new will return the address of a new node. And the third one, display all the employees in the single list. This part is gonna display, it's gonna print, right. Display is gonna print out this information past cout, right. By the traversing the link, just 1 2 3 4 5, and one if one is displayed, so the second one is gonna be the front. That's the link. And also we use the while loop. First one, the not pointer temp is equal to front, right. It's equal to front because the second one is going to front. And the while loop, the temp is when temp not equal to non-pointer, so the temp going to employee pointer and the display the cout. So if 1 and the 2 3 4 5, imagine it's 1 2 3 4 5 1, and then display, when we display the 1 and we going to the next one, the second one is gonna be the front. So we display the 1, and the third one done, we display 2. This 1 by 1 until the non-pointer, until the next one, until the last one. And temp equal to temp next, because we have to update the temp, right? When the first one done, the temp is gonna go to the next one. The second one done, the temp going to the third one until the last one point to the following code. And the last one, remove the single link list. And so the first line temp equal to the front. When the temp is going to the front, it's the same thing we talked about earlier, like this line too. Declare the single list list on while loop and the temp node pointer, because right now we have to use another one name, the temp2 equal to the temp is a new temp. Temp is equal to the next one. Update the temp and point to the following code, same as the third part. And this part we have to delete all the temps and going to the next one, and then we have to return 0, declare all the functions, right? Return the functions. So we still have employee.cpp actually. Okay, employee.cpp. Okay, include the employee.h because employee.h is the base class, and the line 6, the integer point employee the class, and set a new class name called size is equal to 0. Declare the size is equal to 0. And the first one, the default constructor, means give a default value, right? And the next one is a constructor and class name employee colon employee, and the const is constructor and string and pointer input from main. So this input is calling to main function, and the const means main function as the input will not be changing. When main function asks the input, this one will not be changing, right? And C out left, that's how the print out the pointer to the object employee that being created, pointer to an object of employee that is being created. Yes, and second line, as string, we use string because right here they include string because we have this line. Stream and stream as input the parameter constructor of stream. And what is that? Oh, one more thing. See the line 15. This means a pointer to an object of employee that is being created. This is this mean. So in the string field, this is the new word. Okay, I'll talk about later. The new word string, and integer count equal to 0, and the while loop SS the field type field is in this content would simply be a variable of some kind in a base class that indicates the actual type of its subclasses. Is a type, right? In the pers count field, once we pass the field, we increase the count. That's why we increase the count a little, because it's a loop, while loop. The count plus pers is a private. Remember when we see the pers is under the private, so that means main function cannot call this function. And the distractor is just delete the constructor, delete the object. And this right here we just copy from employee.h, so all here the information, and use this and equal to failed. Yes, right here, go down. Yes, and there's a display function. Display is gonna display the whole chart, like how many people, and shows the salary and last name, first name. That's all. And let me see if I miss something or not. I'll make file, node.cpp, node.h. Alright, I'm done. Thank you.